Hello people of the internet, welcome to Cosplay 101! Yeah, so this is our first video. How exciting! I mean, other than the introduction video, but that one doesn't really count, cause, yeah, it doesn't count. So, anyways, today we'll be talking about your character and how to choose your character for cosplay. Personality. Pick a character who shares the same personality as you do, or a character who you can fake the personality of. For instance, I am working on Nepta right now, and one of the reasons I picked her was because we both share a bubbly personality, we both love shipping things, and etc., etc. So, yeah, and we're really annoying at times. So, yeah. And then, okay, another character I'm working on right now is Dave. I am not very cool or ironic, but I can fake that. So it'll be easy-ish for me. So yeah, personality is a big thing to consider. Body shape. I know a lot of people on the internet will say, oh, don't let your body shape get in the way of your cosplay. You don't need to look like your character. I disagree with that. Of course, you can always, you can find a way to easily alter how you look. I know that sounds horrible. Be proud of who you are, first of all, because I'm pretty proud of who I am. So if you are big and you want to cosplay as a really, really thin character who shows up a lot of skin, just don't do it. There are too many mean people on the internet who will make fun of you for it, and you don't want to be one of the people who gets made fun of, especially if you're a really fragile person and you can't take, like, hate, because then that's just bad and it's not fun at all. Also, if you are thin, and you want to cosplay as a really big character, then you're going to need to find, either don't do it, or you're going to need to find a way to look fatter than you are. For instance, if you want to be like a sumo wrestler, then you need a fat suit. So, yeah. Also, that also goes for flat chest and big chest. Flat-chested flat-chested people, meet fake boobs. Big busted characters, meet a bind. But please, if you're going to buy a bind, there are transgender people, they exist, yes they do, internet, but they need binds. If they were at first a girl and they're a boy on the inside, or however that works, honestly, I kind of know about it because I'm not a transgender person. I don't know as much as a transgender person would know, but basically, if you see, like, giveaways for binds and stuff, please just don't do it unless you're transgender, because there are people out there who really need the bind, and it's not okay to be taking that away from them. Budget. Another thing to consider is your budget. That's a huge factor, even bigger than the personality. If you are on a low budget, you need to find a character who you can afford. For instance, a lot of people can't afford Nepta because she's kind of complicated, but because I already own most of the things that I would need for that cosplay, it's pretty easy for me. But somebody who I would not be able to do is Stephanie for two reasons. One of the reasons I will bring up in just like a little bit. I cannot cosplay as Stephanie because I do not have the budget to buy all these different materials. She's a very colorful character. I don't have the money for that. I have the money for a day of cosplay because that's pretty easy. Just a baseball shirt and transfer paper and etc. And yeah. Another thing, if you have a good budget and like you're filthy rich, go ahead, do whatever the hell you want. Also, if you do not have a lot of money, don't pick somebody whose props will be really hard to make. Nepeta, I'm not even going to do her claws because I feel like that would be too bulky, and I don't like bulky things. So, oh my god, that sounded so wrong. But, if you have money, then go ahead and do whatever you want. I'm not going to stop you, but if you do not have a lot of money, like I don't have a lot of money, please do not pick a character who needs a lot of money to do things with. Skills. I cannot sew. Puns. That wasn't really a pun though. Oh yeah, it was. Never mind. But anyways, another reason why I can't do Pfeffery, because you need you need to make her costume from scratch. It's the same thing with Kanaya. You need to make her costume from scratch. You cannot find, it's going to be really hard to find an already made costume or something that you can easily alter. Although with the Nepeta costume, you need to sew the hat, and you can buy the tail, but I'm going to make the tail too. Jade, who you'll see in future videos, she can sew, and so I'm just going to buy the fabric, and and we already agreed that she would be sewing my hat and tail. She is doing a Pfeffery costume because she knows how to sew, and she's really good with, like, all that stuff, like crocheting and knitting and sewing and stuff. I, on the other hand, I'm good at, like, embroidery and, yeah, different things. And makeup. Age. If you're young like I am, please do not go out and show a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't need to be shown. Do not show a lot of skin, mostly because there are creeps out there, and they will come for you. So, yeah, if you are, like, 18 or whatever, then go ahead, do a character that shows a lot of cleavage. But I'm only 14, and so I'm not gonna go out showing a whole bunch of cleavage. I mean, making your boobs a bit bigger and showing it, like, on a t-shirt that's, like, at this length, that's fine. But don't go for, like, the long v-neck that goes down to your belly button and, like, the stripper clothes. Stripper clothes. That's a good way to put it. Do not go out looking like a stripper. So don't pick a character who looks like a stripper. So yeah. For instance, I picked Nepeta. She is about as non-stripper as you can get. So yeah. But on the other hand, fudge, I forgot the name of the character. Kanaya's ancestor. Hold on, give me a second. Whatever. Kanaya's ancestor. I would not go with her because she shows a lot of cleavage. Plus, that costume would be hard to make as well. So yeah. Take care, everybody.